Hey everyone, my name is Sophie from Sophisticated Organization. Welcome back to another Sophisticated Saturday where together we work through my to-do list, which I am about to make right now, and together we get stuff done around the house. So actually I have my little glass dry erase board that I have for sale on my website, and I haven't shared the making of my to-do list in a while on a Sophisticated Saturday, so I thought I would share that. Just doing a little bit of office time. I have some labels that I need to make, both for our own home for personal purposes as well as some label orders that I have to fill. So I'm going to get this to-do list done and get those labels printing while I do some other office work, some multitasking, and then we'll jump into the rest of the cleaning of the house and other tasks that I am going to figure out what the heck we need to do. So let's get going.
Come on over. I'm gonna show you something. I think you're gonna like it. Don't hesitate, stir up the wave. Don't make me wait, go on and on and on and on. A sweet escape.
You'll see I'm writing this list out pretty quickly, and that's because right before I started filming, I had a lot in my mind that I was ready to dump on this dry erase board. I use this all the time throughout the day for quick notes, or I do really like using it for to-do lists, and had a lot of random things to do today, so hopefully this should be a fun and motivating Sophisticated Saturday. Like I said, starting in the office with working on making some labels. I had those label orders I was going to fill up first, and then I also needed to add a new label to Owen's lunchbox because I got him a third lunchbox so I can pack 3 lunches ahead of time, and a few other things around the house that I wanted to label. You'll see one thing I'm using today is the scraps of old vinyl pieces. I save all of the scraps just to be as resourceful as I can. Vinyl can add up and be expensive, so I just try and save the scraps. And it does mean doing a little bit of Tetris work, I would say, to try and line it up on the grid with my Cricut on my computer, and then to match it up on the board there so it cuts all in the right spots. And while that's cutting, I am getting the actual orders ready. So all of the supplies that I need to ship things out, the order slip I put in there, as well as instructions and all of that stuff. But I won't make you watch the rest of my office time because we have a whole lot to get to today. I ran upstairs and tried to grab all of my white laundry and bring it into our bedroom so I could fold it. And I think this is my sign that I need to have a laundry basket for just clean laundry to transport it. I don't know why I try and do this balancing act every time. But then I switched my towels over to the dryer, added a couple of drops of lavender essential oil to the dryer ball, and got that going back to the bedroom to fold the light laundry. If you have been watching me for a while, you know that I used to always fold our laundry on the guest bedroom bed, but I have been doing a lot more in our bedroom. And personally, that does motivate me a lot more to get the laundry folded and put away, or I should say at least folded. Sometimes it just gets put on the dresser and not totally put away, but it feels a little bit better than the guest room where it can tend to sit there longer than it should. And if you're wondering what that random chair is in there, we just got a new chair delivered, and that chair is going to go into our extra bedroom that is going to turn into a room for one of the kids, either the new baby or Owen's room. I've been going back and forth, and I've been having some conversations with a few of you on Instagram about it. I did talk about it a little bit at the beginning, and we first had to get that room recarpeted because we had a pipe burst on Christmas and had a lot of water damage in there. So on Monday we were getting new carpet, and we just had this chair in our bedroom until there was new carpet, and then planned to move it into that room.
My favorite dress. So what were you thinking then when you kissed your lips? Now I'm kinda glad you did. 'Cause now you
Downstairs in the kitchen, I was getting the meat prepped to grill a little bit later today. I was using a pollo asado sauce, which was from Thrive Market. I'm trying to use up all of these random things I have in my pantry. I bought it from Thrive because it had good reviews. If you haven't tried Thrive, I did a full Thrive Market review, which I will link if you're interested in watching that. It is a grocery delivery service, which is very convenient, lots of healthy options, and I also have a discount code if you are interested in signing up for it. I get a lot of our healthy food there and then do normal grocery shopping on top of it and just use it as a way to supplement our grocery trips. So make sure to check that link in the description box if you are interested in signing up for Thrive, or if you want to watch my review of the pros and cons, because it truly is a unsponsored and really honest review, because I think there are some negatives but a lot of positives as well.
Adore me, go right now.
This is that lunchbox I was talking about that I need to update the label on the outside. I made really cute Cricut labels for the other two that say Owen on it, and everything has to be labeled at daycare. And so this one just has a piece of masking tape that says Owen and permanent marker. So I wanted it to match the other ones and look nice and cute as well. So I used a navy color that will match the outside rim, and I'll put it on the front in the red spot. But I also wanted to take this moment to pack up his lunchbox because I had just cleaned this one. So I had a bunch of random little food. A lot of times we just give him leftovers. Sometimes I make specific food for him. Linking again another video for you if you have a toddler or little kid on Sophisticated Motherhood, my other channel where I talk about all motherhood stuff. I just shared a toddler meal prep where I prepped 3 different meals and 3 different lunchbox ideas, so you can check that out as well. In addition to trying to use up all the things in the fridge, the freezer, and pantry, we have also been trying to use up some of our gift cards that we have for different local restaurants. And I guess this one isn't local, but we did have a gift card to Olive Garden randomly, and so the other night we just got some Olive Garden and we got a family size thing of chicken parm, and it came with a side of spaghetti. So I just put a little bit of the spaghetti into Owen's lunchbox. He loves noodles and pasta, so I put some olive oil on there, and I am going to make sure he also gets some veggies, sprinkle a little bit of cheese on his noodles. I thought it would be a little bit cleaner than the marinara sauce. I gave him a couple of scoops of cottage cheese, and then I have bell peppers and some celery that I'm going to chop up in addition to those grapes I already cut and quartered with my grape cutter and put in there.
Nights dancing are places I could get used to this. I thought it would scare me. I thought it would scare me to let you in, but I was paper thin. You saw.
While I was on a roll, I had a lot of celery I was going to put away, so I decided to just wash and chop all of it for either Owen or myself or for Jim. And the reason I had 2 things of celery was because I just completely forgot that I had already purchased celery. This is part of the problem about not keeping track of what you have in your fridge, freezer, and pantry, and just like your food inventory in general, is that sometimes you can end up buying products when you already own them, or the reverse, you can forget that you have them and they go bad and are expired, and either way you end up wasting money. So it's much better just to have a good idea and sense of the inventory in all of those areas of your house.
Nights dancing are places I could get used to this. Taking the good with the bad.
The celery was all put away in the Tupperware container, so I just finished chopping up the rest of the bell pepper there. I had a small amount of grapes that I was going to quarter. Figured I could put those in a Tupperware, and then when Owen's at home for snacks or a side on his dinner, I would have that prepped as well, and just continue to make my life as easy as possible. Meal prepping on the weekend makes hectic weekdays just a little bit easier, and I am all about that.
Place I could get used to. Be fighting just for the hell of it. You put in the will, 'cause you let me the best. Late nights dancing are places I could get used to. Late nights dancing, my place I could get used to. Long drives, cab
few more clean dishes to put away, so I'm just going to quickly get all of that done and we can move on. We're going to head upstairs. And like I was saying about the new carpet, the room that we're recarpeting was previously Jim's office. So we had to move his desk out of there and we put it on the little landing area right outside of our bedroom. I think it actually doesn't look bad here. I put his monitor and wanted to get that set up, so I got a smaller little extension cord, I guess, or like plug splitter, I don't know what you call it. And as I moved the shredder off of his office chair to take it downstairs, look at what I found on the chair. I freaked out. There was a really gross moth there, but I took care of it and then went downstairs to see if I had any decor in our little IKEA unit here where I keep extra organizing supplies, a little bit of decor. I found a couple of picture frames that I think I'm going to bring up, and while I'm at it, I decided that I am going to take the crib out and bring the crib upstairs. This is a hand-me-down crib that we got from one of my cousins, and we've just been holding on to it if and when we had a second child, and if they were close together in age and both kids were going to be in cribs. So we're really lucky we did not have to buy a second crib, but that will go in the other bedroom as we make it into one of the kids' rooms. Brought all of that stuff upstairs, took quite a few trips. It honestly wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be bringing the crib up, but I also wanted to see if I had a little candle I could put in there, and think it still needs something else on the desk, but it looks a little bit better now. Then I had some Amazon packages and other deliveries to open up. I had a large Lazy Susan because I used the one from our pantry in our refrigerator when I organized it and needed to replace that one since I stole it from the pantry. Got some new hangers for baby number 2 and was going to go through all of Owen's old clothing, which I also filmed in a motherhood video, and couldn't hang up the rest of it just because I ran out of hangers. So the rest of the hangers arrived and I had some time to hang them up and was going to get those out of the guest room and off of the floor of the guest room and put away. So I am going to just chill, and I was actually watching some Netflix while I did this and get everything all hung up.
Just look in my eyes. Tell me, friend, oh, can't you see what you mean to me? It's obvious we are that.
It's so crazy going through all of Owen's old clothing because it was a while ago, but not that long ago, just because he's only like 1.5 right now, but it's still so nostalgic seeing all those outfits that he used to wear all the time and hanging them up for another baby who will be here this winter. It's just so crazy and I'm so excited, and also feels kind of nice that I'm able to get a lot of this stuff done early and not stress as much this time because we have everything. I was thinking about making like a second baby registry, and there just isn't that much stuff we need because we're having boys basically exactly 2 years apart and they're the same gender, and we kept all of his stuff because we were hoping to have more kids. So like I said, there's just not that much that we need. Then putting away the Lazy Susan that I talked about that I got from Amazon. This size is so nice for large pantries, or like I said, I used it in my refrigerator as well, or just any deep cabinet space. It fits so much on it, and it can be kind of difficult to find such a large Lazy Susan. So I'll have this one linked in the description box just because I know it can be hard to find, but it fits all of my protein powders there really nicely and some of the other large products like honey, and I put that way up top in the higher shelf of my pantry. Back to prepping a little bit more for dinner because it's a tiny bit later, and I am going to pick some tomatoes from my tomato plant that has taken such a beating this summer. It is now like zip tied to the planter stand because it fell so many times. We had so many branches fall off of it. Jim actually just informed me that he stopped watering it. He was in charge of watering it, and he told me that he stopped watering it. And I had just been randomly watering it here and there, and I was wondering why it was looking so sad. That would explain it. So I guess now I'm on watering duty, which is completely fine because I'm at home all day and can easily pop out on the patio. but just kind of funny that I didn't realize that he had stopped watering it, and he definitely told me that. So I need to get on it to keep those tomatoes alive. The meal that I was making tonight was a BLT pasta salad, and one of the reasons I did it was because I had some tomatoes. I also had a half pack of bacon. I can't remember what I used the bacon for before, but I didn't want the bacon to go bad, and also had some pasta to use up. It just used up a bunch of ingredients that I had, some fresh herbs that went in the dressing that I made ahead of time. So I made the dressing ahead of time, I made the pasta ahead of time. That's already in the pot all mixed together. And then I am going to get together the rest of the ingredients here, and it's going to be a pretty quick and easy dinner. I cut up some cheese. I did pepper jack and cheddar. It said to do a spicy cheddar cube cheese, which I could not find at the grocery store. So I just did half pepper jack and half cheddar. Thought that would accomplish a similar goal there. And if you've been following me on Instagram, you know that I've been trying to learn how to grill a little bit more. I've been really reliant on Jim anytime we have a meal that requires the grill, but he wasn't even home right now, and I got the grill started on my own. Didn't even have to call him. I got everything on there and was able to cook everything. So proud of myself that I'm learning a new skill. While that started grilling, I ran downstairs and was going to get in a little bit of a workout. Today, I wanted to do yoga. I'm terrible about my workout program. When it has a yoga workout in the schedule, I always want to skip it. But today I decided I should try and slow down just a tiny bit, do the yoga workout. I had the time in my day, especially while things were grilling. I did pause and run upstairs. I had timers set and flipped the chicken and then came back and then let everything rest while I finished my workout and waited for Jim to come home so we could have dinner together. It was also helpful to finish my workout so I could let that corn cool a little bit before I sliced it and put it into the salad. Also remembered I needed avocado, which was perfect to wait till the end so it doesn't get brown, and cut that up, and then got to cutting the corn. I also cut a few pieces of corn for Owen to eat. He loves corn and especially loves eating corn off the cob. So it only called for 3 ears of corn, which was perfect because then we could have one left over for Owen. And then I got all of the ingredients in there, mixed it up, and we sat down for a little family dinner. That is it for today's Sophisticated Saturday. Thanks so much for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and until next time, I will see you all later.